Hello, and welcome to Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. This is, according to the Steam page, basically a Castlevania type game. I am a big fan of Metroidvanias, but I've never actually played a Castlevania game, or a Metroid game for that matter. So this should give me a decent Castlevania experience, is my understanding. Going into this completely blind, let's just see what this is about. Miriam, sure, if that's the canonical name, we'll stick with that. Oh, okay. Characters to choose, difficulty. We'll just leave it on normal and play as Miriam, I guess. When I did load up the game for the first time, to fiddle with a bunch of settings and stuff, I did see that Zangetsu, if you're not completely the core game, I recommend doing so. Yeah, I don't know. Zangetsu was an unlock. I just got a message right away, so that might be a DLC or something. I also had a bunch of other things, like it looked like a speedrun mode and some other stuff. Also, maybe a boss rush mode or something also got unlocked. Anyway. Oh, this is awkward. I'm trying to confirm. Okay, I'll hit enter, I guess. Oh, I see. Confirm, confirm.
The Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era that threatened to transform the values of men. No longer would spirituality be their compass, but not all welcomed the change. In 1783, just as the fires of the Laki eruption had plunged all of Europe into an ashen darkness, a horde of demons spilled from the shadows and fell upon city after English city. It was a message. The Alchemy Guild, fearing the rise of industrialism and abandonment by their wealthy patrons, had done the unthinkable to defend their existence. Through recondite arts, the alchemists had created shard binders, humans transplanted with crystal that attuned them to demonic power. They sacrificed the shard binders, and in doing so threw the gates of the world open to demonkind. Countless innocents died, and though the church succeeded in vanquishing the Hell's End, a steep price had already been paid and collected. As for the shard binders, they were presumed to have all died in the sacrificial rite. However, two survived. Jeeble, a boy for whom by some miracle the rite did not prove fatal. And Miriam, a girl who was spared the rite altogether on account of the strange slumber that took her just before it could begin. 10 years have passed. Mankind too soon forgets tragedy. The demons have returned, presaged by a great castle. And on this very hour, Miriam awakens. Upon learning Jeeble is the architect of this new, bloodstained ritual, Miriam and the alchemist Johannes set forth for the accursed castle. Their galleon cuts through the water, lancing towards the inevitable.
Okay. So I guess we're set in England. England during the Industrial Revolution, or thereabouts. Oh, I do love water effects in games. And I guess this is us.
Johannes, are you certain it was...
I do hope that the voice came through on that. I have the music set to 2 out of 10 and the voice up at max 10 in the volume settings, because the music was just really loud in the menu, and hopefully this stuff is coming through. Anyway, yes, Johannes.
It was Jeeble's doing, Miriam. No mistake.
It's so hard to believe. I wouldn't even be alive if not for him. He's a good soul.
I know how you feel. but the facts are apparent. And the hell he endured 10 years ago would break the best of souls. Miriam, I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to, there's no forgiving it.
It was their transgression, not yours. You always took care of us.
Obviously, not enough.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead. If Jeeble is responsible for the summoning, then I have to stop him. I gave him my word.
I ought to do it. He was my best friend.
But I'm the only one who can. The shard experiments prepared me for combat. Let them amount to something.
Interesting. There's just a random word missing there. Okay. I'm the only one who can.
10 whole years. What put me in that sleep?
I wish I had the answer. All I know is the spell that stopped time for you was advanced, arcane. But by observing the ebb of the magic's hold on you, I was able to predict exactly when you would wake up.
Oh, I see.
We'll make landfall soon. You should get ready. I had the chest there packed with essential equipment. Now would be a good time to put it on.
Okay. Okay, well, arrows move me back and forth. I can crouch. Up arrow doesn't seem to do anything. W, okay. Knife and kung fu shoes. Press R to open main menu. That's what I'm doing. Okay, well I hit escape instead of R, but it sent me to the menu there. Equipment items can be viewed under equipment inside the main menu. Select a slot to change equipment from your inventory. The item can be equipped by selecting it from the item list. Okay, yeah, just... I know how this sort of thing works. Okay, shoes from the Far East that were designed not to encumber movement. Attack 8. Attack goes up to 5 if I do that. A knife for self-defense. Attack 8. Okay, so I get to choose whether I'm using daggers or shoes as my weapon type. Let's go with the shoes, see what that's about. Hair accessory that resembles ram horns. Okay. And my favorite scarf. Shards, conjure, manipulative, directional, passive, and familiar. English voice acting seemed to be okay. If it was really bad, I might have switched it to Japanese just to see how that would be. But I don't think that'll be necessary. Completion rates. Oh, great. Collection. Okay. I'll deal with that later.
Good. You're prepared. The next order of business is to...
I'll take care of it.
Okay. Oh, no. So, I have to... This is going to be super awkward. If I have to use the mouse to attack. Crystallized form of demon power. Because I had my left hand was on WASD and my right hand was on the arrow keys, so I'm going to have to figure out a different way of doing things. Yeah, this is going to be awkward. Maybe WASD can just be used for movement instead of the arrow keys. That would be nice. Shard, crystallized form of demon power. It cannot be handled by an ordinary being. Press F to trigger projectile magic. Consumes MP. Cerulean Splash launches a bouncing ball of water at enemies.
Was that a shard?
I'd forgotten the way it felt. Like uninvited claws scraping across my bones.
The demon's power was transmuted into that shard, which forcibly bonded to the crystal embedded in your body.
Okay, I guess those are crystals and not tattoos then.
The strength you gain from it is undeniable, but eventually, the crystal will devour you.
I thought the procedure you discovered halted the corruption.
It did, but that doesn't guarantee you'll be safe if you start absorbing shards in massive quantities.
I know my body's limits better than anyone, and I'm going to need all the power I can get.
Well, actually, I would imagine that in most cases the doctor probably knows your body's limits better than you do.
If I run into trouble, you can help me. You've done it before. You'll do it again.
Thanks for giving me a choice in the matter. Well, I won't let you down. Not if I can help it. Just promise you won't push yourself.
How did they get inside?
The demons from the castle must have infested the ship.
Then they can help me wake up these muscles of mine. I'll wipe the deck with them.
Okay, Waz does work. Excellent. Galleon Minerva. Okay. Okay, that's... So there was... So I was told I have a... Okay, Q is backdash. Looks like there's a way up here, but I can't get to it yet. Press space to jump, hold down space to jump higher. Oh, okay. Can I... I can jump down, okay. Potion, good.
This device responds to magic. Maybe I just need to hold my hand up to it.
There's certain doors that are open by holding rings are up to it. Tilt. Okay, well that's great when I'm using mouse and keyboard. Okay, apparently holding that button down makes me pose. Great. Oh, okay. Right mouse button. Okay, that looks interesting. Schema. Got a writhing limb. Excellent. So are these just endlessly respawning? Or is this gonna have a limit to it? Where's my... trying to remember my keys. I don't remember what the button was for my spell. This is not great. Well, this is going very poorly. Okay, we took out the aerial demon. Level up, okay. There's not a heal. I think I'm just gonna run. Dude, what was the, use... I can jump down. What? Okay. Backing into them, not a good idea. Another potion. Okay, that was the button. There we go. And my mana does restore itself over time. Okay. Oh, that was great. I am probably going to die. Let's see, if I... Writhing limb, a branch that continues its disgusting flailing. Okay. Oh, potions aren't full heals, they're just a small amount of health, okay. Archive, demon. Mort, a lesser demon that must draw form and sentience from other sources. The music is really good, by the way. I do like the music here. Schema. Pelagic multiped that occasionally leads the sea to torment the land. Cerulean Splash, so I already have the shard. Okay, so I got the shard from this one. So does this mean that Every demon has a shard that I can get, maybe? I saw Castlevania LP a while ago, and I seem to remember that being a thing. This is like that. Half-bird creature that can raise winds with its wings. And Dull Hammer. An undead knight that wields his own head as a weapon. Okay, cool. Rusted ring. Okay. Equipment, not inventory. Accessory, probably. Defense 1, con 1? Sure. Might as well. This looks like the end here. Oh, did I just not go to the right? I guess not. Okay. Tunic. Defense 2. Did that change my model? I didn't really pay attention. Looks like she's kind of wearing standard still. I don't think that changed. For my studies, I found the existence of the following attributes. Flash, Thrust, Strike, okay. Fire, Ice, Thunder, Light, Dark, Poison, Curse, and Stone. Alright. You can save your progress here. And heal, okay. And saving is red on the map, okay. Oh. Whoops, that went great. Okay, just run off. Probably shouldn't just stand there, but oh. Directional shard, aim with right mouse button and middle mouse button to activate. Okay. Flame cannon. Use the newly obtained flame cannon shard to light the cannon fuse. Bye. Okay. So hold on, so if I look at my shards... Directional, okay. I wish it would say what the commands were on here, but I guess I can just look those up periodically. So F for Cerulean Splash, right mouse button for aim, and then middle mouse button to release. Okay, passive, that's the one I can handle. That'll be fine. So... Oh, you have to hold the middle mouse button for quite a while. Interesting. Can I get up here? It looked like she was on something for a moment. Oh no. She just has a... Cotton. Okay. Is that, crafting material, I guess, of some sort? Durable, absorbent, and soft on the skin. Alright, while we're messing around with equipment and stuff, let's see what the knife feels like. Kind of the same, to be honest. Oh. Okay, can't... Okay, so I have to learn the foreground. Those things are going to fire, right? I have to, eventually. Level up, okay. Cannon scrap. Oh, chests appear on the SP rounds. Okay, so I guess I'm getting a gun at some point. Chests appear on the map. That's nice. Bronze, halite, and sugar. Oops, that wasn't it. HP rounds, SP rounds. Okay, oh, maybe that's not ammo. Sorry, that might actually just be health and mana. Alien map. Oh. Okay. Cool. So, okay, yeah, I can jump really short if I want to do that. Short sword. So I guess there's nothing over here. I don't need to... Well, okay, I jumped down from there. The problem with having a map is that you don't have to really pay attention to the environment. You can just kind of look at the map. Okay, more. It's not too bad. I wonder if my damage is increasing as I level up, or if it's just health. Health and mana, or something. Oh, another book. Right, I have a journal. Flashing air kick. Perform up to 3 spinning kicks by repeating the same command. Okay. I really get the feeling this game was not intended to be played with mouse and keyboard. So now I have to figure out how this works. Okay, well I can kick repeatedly in the air. So was it down, diagonal, and left? Okay. Archives. Techniques. Down. Down, right, up, and control. Maybe I have to do all 3 at once? I don't play fighting games, so that looks like a fighting game prompt to me. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, well, I don't know. I'm probably just never going to use that technique. That's probably something I'm going to have to learn if I'm going to be playing this game. Maybe I'll look up something. Tattered scarf. Is somehow going to be better than the favorite scarf that I've been wearing this whole time? Sure is. Okay, no, it does change the model. Can I... Okay, that one doesn't, but the scarf does. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. How do I... Oh, shoot. How do I fight you without... Okay. Well, that wasn't great. Like, how do I fight you without just... using my, spell? a corner in that room I couldn't get to. Okay, this is an annoying movement pattern. Are you around? I need to kill you to get you into my bestiary, right? Isn't that how this works? Interesting. Probably a boss. Claymore. Oh, I picked up a short sword a while ago. Okay, well, let's... Oh, okay, well you can smash lanterns, apparently. Corn seed, rice seed, potato seed. Okay, apparently farming in this game? Oops. Right, I have the dash back. Okay, not far enough. Level up. Right. And I have to... Come on. Am I... Isn't it right? Middle? Middle click? Oh dear. I'm doing a middle click. I'm not sure what's going on here. Right click to aim. So no, I can do that. Flame cannon. Having a lot of trouble with the controls. It really doesn't seem like I know this is what I did last time. Okay. Not helpful. Okay, middle. Is it just middle click? Aim is right click. Aim is right click. Use is middle. I guess I could try rebinding a bunch of this. Okay, why... Is it just... Okay, sorry about this. I'm gonna have to... There we go. I have no idea why it's sometimes working and sometimes isn't. I'm gonna rebind all of the controls probably between parts, because this is not really working for me. Oh. Hairband, sure. while we're at it. Try the Claymore. Ends 2, int 1, sure. Okay, a bit slower. SP rounds, musketoon. A gun can be shot by equipping a consumable bullet. When you're under 5 bullets is equipped, the bullet is replaced with a much weaker infinite bullet. Okay. Okay, well, I do not like this weapon particularly. Just so slow. Right, okay, I've already been here. So let's... So slow. Okay. Musketoon. Infinite rounds. Soft point rounds with no penetrative capability, or hollow point used for hunting and good for inflicting damage. Okay. Well, let's just use the infinite one for now. So that we can get used to it. Okay. Handles can drop a mana rose when destroyed. A mana rose is a magical rose that slightly replenishes MP. Okay, I wasn't at max MP, I guess that's why I got to see that for the first time. I immediately see what that's about. Whip. Okay, not really liking the gun, but I guess it would have its use as a ranged weapon. Okay, let's... Trying to aim with my spell that doesn't do anything. Okay, well... 500. I think... Short sword is fine. Oh, shoot. Right. A potion, excellent. Okay. That leads off of the map. Can I kill the rats? Maybe not. Okay, well I can. I don't know if there's any reason to, but we have killed all the rats in this part of the ship. Pretty generous save points system here.
So, Sleeping Beauty, you've decided to awaken.
Jeeble, tell me you didn't do this. It doesn't make any sense.
How does it not? After all the sins humans wrought upon us?
Johannes told me what they did to you. And you're right, it's horrible. But what you're doing now is just as bad.
No! No, there you are. Very wrong. What the alchemists did was reshuffle our bodies. What I intend to do is reshuffle the world. I'd say I've earned the right. Join me, Miriam. You're the only one who understands the pain I feel. What it's like to no longer be human.
What? I never thought I'd hear those words from you. I was the one that came to you broken. Convinced I was a monster. And you told me...
This is nonsense.
You told me... Our power doesn't make us good or bad. Our choices do. I'd given up on my humanity, but you restored my hope. Don't you remember?
Master Jeeble, we must return.
Yes. Miriam, I tire of reminiscing with you. You're here to kill me, aren't you? Then first prove you can find me. Along the way, you'll have no choice but to absorb shards and avail yourself of the powers of hell. If you can still claim to be human at the end of it all, then perhaps I might be more inclined to listen. Come, Gregory. We're leaving.
Jeeble, wait!
And now boss fight? Looks like it. Well, I'm gonna do horrendously at this. Okay. Do I have to... Okay. So... Oh, we'll just... Okay, well that's not good. That's... Oh, shoot. Inventory. Okay, that's not too bad to dodge. Oh, shoot. It's these tentacles that I'm less sure about dodging. Can I? Writhing limb. Okay. Well, just a game over. Is that the weapon I want to use? I think so.
So, Sleeping Beauty. Come, Gregory.
Skip scene.
Jeeble, wait!
Well, now that I kind of know what to dodge, or how to dodge, this might go better. Oh, good start. Oh, I can't attack her in this form. And it's just the bottom part of her projectile that seems to damage. Oh. Shoot. Oh, that's going great. So maybe I have to be less aggressive?
So,
Kind of annoying that... nice that they give you the option to skip the cutscene. Kind of annoying that they have the cutscene as part of the encounter. Oh, I can just hit R a second time, okay. Oh, great start. Ah. I was trying to jump and it wasn't doing it. I don't know. Okay, this attack is actually pretty easy to dodge. That's nice. Ah. But yeah, don't just stand up when she's just doing that, because... Oh shoot, that projectile didn't go where I was thinking it was going to. No health bar on the boss, of course. Okay, that's what's... Ah. Shoot. Should have used a potion, I guess. What am I doing? Okay. Yeah, actually dodged the tentacle this time. Okay, again. Oh, shoot. Oh, that was terrible. Really? Jump too soon. Oh shoot, that was too early. Okay. What is... Shoot. I'm bad at this kind of game, apparently. Well, like I said, I've never played Castlevania before. Would a different weapon be better? I don't know.
So,
Really? Use the backdash more. Jump too soon. Okay, I think I'm... starting to get somewhere with this. Ah, shoot, I was facing the wrong way. Ah. Normal abolisher, okay. I mean, I was learning it. And a shard from her as well. Thrashing Tentacle, of course. Attack foes with one of Epir's tentacles.
I saw it. Just a flicker. That was the Jeeble I know. I will put a stop to all this.
Good thing I'm playing on the easiest difficulty.
Bloodstained.
So it's the tutorial done, I guess?
We're here.
Maybe this will end up being like Hollow Knight, where I'll get a lot better with it with the experience. I mean, I'm sure that'll be the case. That's how it goes.
Was this a village? What happened to it? The demons Jeeble summoned?
They've moved faster than we hoped. Miriam, we have to hurry. This was where we were supposed to meet our contact.
All right. But wait. Let me clear the area. There are still demons about.
Okay.
Promise you'll be careful. Just hope that she's still safe. Promise you'll be careful.
Okay. Arvinville. It looks like my damage carried over from that boss fight, so I should probably actually be going back. Oh, that's a rat. Oh, I can just jump up that high, okay. Oh, it was definitely a backslash situation. Alright, well, we did a boss fight. Let's just run back to a... run back to a save point and call it for today, and then I'll figure out what I can do about the about these controls. Most of them are fine. It's just the casting that's causing a lot of trouble. Yeah, it's not going. I think it might be my mouse, a mouse issue, because it might just be that my middle click isn't registering. It's probably what it is. Anyway, I'll look into that for next time. Anyway, that was the first zone of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Hopefully that wasn't too painful, watching me faceplant against the boss over and over. I will check out the next zone in the next part. I will see you then.